Hello, this is Liz with the DOS team doing a pre-listing video walkthrough, and I just want to show you the location of the unit. It is in the second floor and it has very quick access from both the handicap and the assigned space, and you come in here through the covered stairwell, and the elevator is down the way. And you can see that there is a covered drop-off area. So if you want to take the elevator, you'd come this way. If you want to get up the stairs, then you would come this way. And one of the special features of this building is this courtyard that you have for the end unit. As you can see, these units, they don't all have that. So that is definitely a plus, having this gated, and you can have this secured area. So you basically have two porches. And let's have a look here. This is also enclosed, so you don't have to worry about, bugs and things like that. And there is a fan and a light in here, so you could use this space if you wanted to create a nice garden. And then you have these double sliding glass doors. This is your front door. It has a keyless entry option and a bell. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. Immediately when you come in, you see that the hallway is very generous. On the left-hand side, you have a huge laundry room, dedicated laundry room. There is a new water heater, full-size washer and dryer, storage space, and there was a bar installed so you can hang clothing, and you have all of your cleaning supplies in here. And there is that new water heater that was installed. And as you can see, there's a pan at the bottom, and more storage space in here. There is paint. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. I imagine that these are some things that we could use for the touch-ups that we're going to need to do in the home. These are also the cleaning agents that are here already for the cleaning crew that will be coming in. And there are some things in here that can be used for cleaning. These had been painted. I know that the whole place got painted at least in 2021. But there are some things like that throughout the home that will need to be spruced up. And probably this had to do with the moving. There's some nicks around the walls. Let's go ahead and go in here. This is the first bedroom, and it has this door that unfortunately it looks like it may have been painted and then damaged. But this pocket door basically close off this as if this was a main principal bedroom. And because the other one is all the way on the other side. And you have a complete split bedroom layout. So this first bedroom has a double bed in here with a closet, a reach-in closet, double doors, glass. As you can hear or not hear, very quiet. And the window treatments, I believe that these were here when the property was purchased. And so I'm not sure if the reason why you can't see through them is because there was some film put on there for privacy, or they're dirty. I'm not sure. But I don't think that we're going to be able to do anything about these since they're in the second story, but we will probably try to reach out to the condo association and see who's responsible. All of the windowsills are going to need some special attention. And then there's cables and things in this room that need to be either sold, disposed of, or shipped whatever the owner wants. I think that these little things here, according to my conversation with the owner, these are things that are probably going to have to be disposed of if a sale is not possible. So I want to make a record, and let's take a look here. I think that the video may be not clear, but I want to make sure that we have a record of everything that is in here now. There's that framed painting, the bed frame with mattress and box spring, and then we have this armoire, which is a very nice piece. There is one fan in this room, and there are some items in here that we'll try to use them for staging, and then the rest, everything just needs to go, and then the deep cleaning will include all of this. It looks like there may have been some water damage here even, I'm not sure. But there is I cannot imagine what's going on with these windows here, but I'd be very curious, because it's just not normal. You know, if it's a filter or just dirt, I'm not sure. But that's something that we probably want to have an answer for the buyers. The first closet here has just a few things. You know, this is for the chandelier that's outside in the dining area, and these are newer, upgraded countertops, and we have little things like that probably need to be retouched, or just left alone, just everything, you know, cleaned up. This is empty. There's nothing behind the door here, and we want to make sure that, I think the water may have been turned off, I'm not sure. Let me see if there's water. Okay. So we definitely want to make sure that the utilities are on. There is a curtain here that we want to leave for the open house. I think that it's good to have it. And these probably were better taking them off. Remove these window treatments from here, because they offer no purpose, no good purpose. Nobody's going to be looking into this bathroom here, so there's no balcony or anything. So this is the second floor, so we're just going to go ahead and remove these, and just make sure that this gets all cleaned up, and all items like this need to be thrown out. If it's something that could be donated to a charity that they will accept, things like that, toiletries, good. But other than that, you know, everything would need to be disposed of. Those little stuff like that may have been left behind, again, it's going to have to be disposed of, so that the property is completely cleaned out when we deliver it to the buyer. And then the walls, they all need to be cleaned as well. Hopefully some of the paint cans that we have will match, and these little guys need to be taken out and walls patched up, and holes patched up and then painted again. The back of the door, the front of the door, all of that will need to be cleaned, especially thresholds. We want to make sure that doors work properly, and that the cleaning is very thorough, since we know that people love clean places and they're willing to pay more money. This little courtyard here, the floor does need to have a deep cleaning, and we'll make sure that gets done. There already is a rug here. We usually bring one by one and make sure that there's a really nice welcoming. We'll add another one here for our open houses. The floor, it looks like it definitely has been, like they were sliding furniture in here, so that'll need a spruce up. And all of the walls, wherever there was scuffs and marks and things like that, we want to use the magic eraser, little sponge or something to make sure that all that gets cleaned. And there has to be a table put here, and we're going to see if we have something, because this is a dangerous thing currently. You know, somebody's going to hit their head on there. So this, we have to have a table here, or an S hook. Well, we can bring an S hook and bring that up as high as it will go. So I think that, put that in the notes, an S hook. This piece of furniture, I think that somebody would be willing to pay money for it. It looks like a solid wood piece, probably from, it's a buffet table. It's a side buffet for the dining area, and you know, since it has that felt for things like silverware and things like that. So very nice piece. I think that probably, I'll take a photo of this and see if we can sell it. This right here, usually we try to cover it with a nice piece of artwork. All of these magnets on the refrigerator will have to go. For the cleaning crew, if you didn't know this, make sure that you use DW, that 40 oil, to clean this refrigerator. It should take care of all these little things, and that just needs a really, really good deep cleaning inside and out. Everything that is here is going to be removed. And so if it is something that has to do with the house, like leave these cups, for example, like that can be useful. Everything that is here, all of these papers, it has to remain with the property. These are things that are always useful, so keep in the property. Those little guys need to be removed and cleaned, and then put back. Somebody may want them, and if the owner doesn't want them, but if they're looking shabby and old and yellowed, then we may want to go ahead and dispose of it. But other than that, keep things that look nice and that a buyer would appreciate having them in the home when they are buying. Let's see if was anything left in here. Nope, this looks okay. When we do the deep cleaning, we want to make sure that it does include a deep cleaning inside the stove and outside the stove. And all of the cabinets from top to bottom are going to have to be, wiped down and cleaned to be sure that the place looks perfect. This I think is just kind of laying here. So we'll be sure to remove this. Looks like maybe, something to put hot stuff in. More paperwork. So I'll leave this paperwork over here. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to move this paperwork. If somebody accidentally turns these knobs, I don't want these papers to get burned. So we'll go ahead and remove that. Okay. So yeah, all of this stuff needs to go out. There's little odds and ends laying around like that we'll have to take care of. Again, dispose of this. This is broken, it's yellow, it looks old. This will need to just clean it and keep it here. Don't get rid of it. And again, we'll clean this up. We'll make sure that we only keep things that are going to be useful and that those little racks in there are in good shape. And we'll get rid of everything else that does not look good. The fans have to be cleaned. And remind me, I need a piece of artwork for this, and it's a large one. It's a big panel, so we need to cover that up so that it looks good for the open house. Now, this room, I'm going to suggest that it gets a fresh coat of paint. This color is very particular, and I think it's going to it's going to be a challenge for people to come and see, and we'll talk about what it would cost to paint this room and this closet. Maybe we'll leave the closet be, but I think this room needs some help because of this color. So by the look of these windows, I can see that there's definitely something going on with those other windows that are so opaque. We have, I guess with this wall, they did the best that they could with this light fixture. And these are dimmable. And then we have the on-off over there. And then we have this for the fan. So we'll talk about the paint here, and we'll let the owner decide if they agree that this should be painted. All of those cables need to be removed. Every time somebody comes to put a cable in, they bring their own cables. We can wrap them up, put them in the closet, but they should not be laying around. The doors here are good. This stuff, most of it needs to go, disposed of. This little dirt devil may be useful. And then, you know, whatever's in these bags, you know, is probably stuff that just needs to be tossed. It's just like wrapping things that... Now this I notice is super, super dirty, and it's going to need to be vacuumed properly and cleaned up thoroughly. Looks like an old filter even. And then I believe that the filter may have fallen. I don't know. It looks like the filter is supposed to go right up there, and there is no filter in there currently. So it looks like this filter maybe got wet, or I'm not really sure what's going on, but maybe this has something to do with the condition of all this dust here, because it looks excessive. So my recommendation is that we just have a pre-listing inspection. We just want to make sure that everything is working properly. This will need to be taken out. I don't know where that tile could be coming from. It doesn't look like a match to anything in the house. It looks like that tile looks like it's got texture on it. I'm going to look outside maybe. But all of that needs to come out, cleaned, and then you know, we just want to make sure that the buyer doesn't come and knock our price down because there's something wrong with the AC. There is what it looks to be like a thermostat, and then the dehumidifier or the humidity. I'm not sure if this is working. So this piece may be something that it could be donated or sold. I'll take photos of that. I'll offer them, and if it doesn't sell, then we'll figure out something else. And all of these things, again, that could be a donation. There's companies that love those kinds of donations for walking aids. This was up on the wall. And we have this chandelier that is really, really nice. So we're going to keep that here. This sofa, the owner said that if we can sell it, that would be great. The first thing is I would like the buyer to have the option to buy it so that nobody has to move it and bust the walls getting it out of here. There's also this computer, which he said keep it because it probably has the owner's personal information in it, and we want to make sure that we keep that secure. There's a few other odds and ends here that we'll figure out if they belong to the house. Those may be controls for fans or things like that, and we don't want to dispose of anything that we need to keep with the property. Like this one, for example, I'm imagining that, you know, this is something that controls the fan outside. And then there's this TV, UHD, and it's a fairly large TV. It has the little legs in there, scepter. You know, I don't know if this is something that people are buying these days, if it's not a smart TV. 4K UHD. Again, I'll take photos of this and see what I can research on it. Oh, I found the tile. So the tile that's in the closet matches here, so we'll probably move it to here. It makes more sense that it can be tucked away in here and not in that closet. This will be thrown out. You know, we have these accordion shutters here that look like they're in good shape. All of these rugs will be thrown out because any soft materials like these will have to be thrown out. This will be thrown out. This can be donated. And then all of these passages here, these thresholds should be cleaned so that the doors are very easy to open, and they don't have any challenges with that. These are the things that when buyers come, if they feel like, oh, this is wrong, and then they just start to get ideas about knocking down the price, we don't want to give them those excuses. Over here, it looks like there's some odds and ends laying around. The remote for that TV, same brand. And then that DVD player is gone, so that remote, probably we don't need it. All these cables need to go. A charger for something that we have no idea. This rug, again, all soft materials have to be thrown out. This table, I'll take a photo, see it's a very unique table, but I don't know these days if people are buying things like that, to be honest, but we'll give it a try. This door here has some damages on it, so we want to make sure that gets painted and looking nice. This piece is huge. I'm a little worried. I think that it's best to really donate it, or I don't know if it's going to have some value, but that may be an expense to get that out of here. Same thing with these pieces. They're older and they're not in good condition, so they need to go. Same thing with the lamps. We're just going to leave the bed, and we're going to stage this with a few things just to make it look nice, and all of these things here just need to be disposed of, because there's really no use, no need for them, like things like that, we'll just put them together. And we have a company called Grace Furniture Removal, and I think that they would be great to come, and if the buyer doesn't want the pieces that are in good shape, then we could use Grace Furniture Removal to come and take care of all this stuff. But this bed, I think that it may be a double. I don't know if that mattress box, when it stains like these, people are not going to buy it. So the headboard, this kind of taking a closer look, it also looks like it may have some, I don't know if this was old, but it does look like it has some staining on it. So I don't know if it's worth keeping, but we will be able to put a bed skirt and dress it up and make it look nice for the open house. This chandelier is really different and nice. I'm sure a buyer may say I love it or not, but there it is. The owner can decide if that's something that they want excluded or not. It's missing a light bulb, so we want to see if there's any light bulbs or if it's worth doing anything. And the more I take a look, I bet you that somebody put a filter on these, because that's the only thing I can think of, but we want to check it. Can that be removed? I'm sure buyers, like I want to know, can I remove that? Most people are probably not going to like it. And so we want to know what can be done, or if that was specific panels and windows that were purchased with that filter on them. I don't know. But I'm sure buyers are going to ask about that. Again, windowsills, all of that needs to be cleaned. And in here, the same thing. Thresholds need to be cleaned. Please, for the homeowner, let us know. It looks like this piece is, I don't know if this is bolted into here or not, but I can't move it. So this may be bolted down, or maybe I'm not strong enough to move it, I'm not sure. But all of these things can go, if they want to leave this with the, with the house. It's like, who knows what the code is, so we have to figure out. This looks like a piece that could be removed. I'm not 100% sure. No, it is attached, so that'll have to stay there. But these pieces look like these can be removed. And then all of these hangers need to be thrown away. And whatever that is, we'll figure that out. It looks like storage packs. Yeah, I'm familiar with those. Those are very, very useful. So I'm sure somebody's going to want to keep them. And then there's some odds and ends here. But everything needs to go. If there's anything in these cabinets, it needs to go. The cabinets themselves will need to be cleaned. There's things like that that hopefully will come off with the cleaning. And here's another set of doors. Again, this threshold has to be cleaned. Bathroom, all of these things have to come out. This toilet seemed to be having some problems. Let me try it again. Okay, so something, I don't know what's going on with the plumbing, but maybe it's because it hasn't been used in a long time. So cleaning, removal, donation, all of these things that are medical, we definitely want to donate that, but that may have to be removed by the company. All soft things have to be thrown away. That little thing at the bottom there, that, you know, it's dingy, nobody's going to want that. Throw away, or, you know, take it to Goodwill. All these holes here, ideally, they would be patched. Let me see if I can turn the light on in here. Okay, so holes, it's always ideal when holes are filled in and patched. The question is, do we have this paint in here or not? There may be some caulking work needed in here. And so although the place looks good, it needs a little, definitely cleaning and some paint touch up, and that's it. I think I've gone through everything. I'll go ahead and take photos and of the things that could be sold.